Soulful, inspiration, soulful, inspiration, a little education, soulful, inspiration, soulful, inspiration, a little education. You love it. Uninspired and tired is a bad combination, and I'm sad to say that's a dark situation, but I'm thinking of you, so I'm glad to say I wrote a letter on behalf of how I feel today. 7 a.m. in the morning, ain't been to sleep. It's been a night type long and a rough type week. I'm meditating my life on the whole, pondering the where, when, how, ifs I can gain control. It's like a spin of the wheel or a roll of the die. They say that you can be a winner at the game of life, but I know the house don't play to lose, so you better know the math, how to make the move. See, I'm a student of the study, how to proper pursue a blunt portion of the profits produced, paying my dues. So I follow the lolly and avoid the fools. But this is trial by fire, so you must stay cool. One rule: envy is a powerful tool. Spying all times, everything you do. That way, when the Indian's ear get act fool, you can crack those crabs and continue to move. You know, 7 a.m. in the morning, I'm open up. Long night, ain't been to sleep. I grab my pencil and pad, I'm open. I hope you feel me. Remember back to the slenderest times when we pitched for the pretty penny nickel a dime. Before the world seemed crooked and the gutter was fine. When there was good hood living and a peace of mind. Now that's over. Life will make a grown man sober, head aching, hanging over, feeling funny inside. We never knew the world worked on a bogus design to keep a brother buried deep, broken down and blind. Better still, man, it's ill when you look to find there's a chance to advance, most heads deny. Like a dream and a slice of the proverbial pie. We will remain to reside in the ghetto of pride. Ignorance is pure bliss, and these days provide plenty of it to keep a poor man pacified. I try to put him on the business of knowledge applied, but that's a pickle of a deal that's sour inside. But 7 a.m. in the morning, I'm open up. Long night, ain't been to sleep. I grab my pencil and pad, I'm open. I hope you feeling me, man. So many guys that I grew with died, resorted to doing crime and turned doing the time. I can hardly better speak to childhood friends and find every exchange features a fella falling the wayside. That's ill, but then it keeps a brother on bill mode, mentally locked and loaded, ready to deal with any form of friction you can fathom to feel. In a world that wheels drama and fires at will, it bust from dawn to dusk and aim to kill. Cause a lot of souls shook and afraid for real. So instead turn their head, tuck tail and chill, in the hopes not to cope, but that's whack. See, you and I are like a different breed, and we bring to the balance such a desperate need. The eagerness to elevate and evolve the scene. A better space, a better time indeed. Sincerely.
Well, good morning, all. Welcome back. Today is Wednesday, March 2nd, 2016. Welcome back to Nathan Ivey Online. Back from my hiatus, politicking on the latest, broadcasting live from the heart of Cincinnati. And today will be a smattering of topics on people, politics, and pleasure. If you'd like to get interactive, join the community. And it's my pleasure to be with you once again. So many things to discuss. I don't even know where to start. At some point, I guess we got to discuss the results of so-called Super Tuesday, although it doesn't feel so super. To me, really no surprises. The front runners in both the Democrat and Republican parties are still the front runners, and it looks like it's inevitable on both sides. It looks inevitable on both sides. On one side, though, the chasm seems like it's just too far for the candidate who is behind to catch up. And I'll give you details on that. Katt Williams is going crazy in front of everybody. It's just so sad. It's sad when you see these black entertainers, and because of drugs, and again, I don't know all of Katt Williams' business, but that's what's been widely reported. It's just so sad when that tremendous talent is vanquished, right, or is silenced because of drugs. And I'm not really sure if anyone out there is a fan and or you've watched a television series titled Unsung, right, on TV One. But, you know, I've watched many of those episodes, and it's just been amazing how many of some of the biggest and brightest talents in the music industry have all succumbed to drugs in one shape or form, whether it be alcohol, whether it be the weed duh, as Stephen A. Smith from ESPN might say, or a combination of those pills or whatever. It's just devastating, the effects that drugs can have on very, very talented people. And, honestly, I think that there's something about talented people and drug use. There's a connection there. Even the king of pop, we now know, and found out afterward that he was dealing with his own issues with drugs, some different drugs. And it's just amazing. I mean, what is that dynamic? Why are there so many talented people that seem to fall prey to drug addiction? I wonder if you got a handle on it. We might discuss this morning. But again, if you're entering the chat room, entering the community, I want to say good morning to you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. We must discuss everything. I don't even know where to start. Where should we start? Do you want to talk about what's happening with the Valdosta students? Many of you may have saw the very tearful interview they had with the press after, in their own words, their own school locked them out of the democratic process. And here's what I've observed about young people. Like older people say to young people, you need to know, you don't understand. You should be politically aware. You should be astute. But then when there's opportunities for younger people to engage, then the door is shut in front of their faces. Or there's just a blanket statement. You got to go out there and vote, boy. Get out there and vote. People died for your vote, but yet there's really no conversation connecting to modern day politics, to modern day issues that young folks, whether you want to call them millennials or the generation coming after them, really have any reason to buy into it. You got to make younger people not accountable, right? You got to give them some buy-in. What's in it for them other than people try to shame them into voting because, people died during the civil rights era. That don't work. And everybody knows it. Also, I got a clip of, and she used to be in my fantasy file. She did. Going back to the Clueless era. Anybody remember that movie Clueless? Of course, I'm talking about Stacey Dash. Remember Through the Fire, right? Kanye West, Through the Wire. Listen, Stacey Dash, she used to be in my fantasy file. But after she left, and that was a very awkward moment, everyone's still talking about it at the Oscars on Sunday. After she left the stage, immediately afterward, she went backstage. And when she went backstage, she did something that a lot of people are doing now. Even some local politicians have done this. And, it's kind of funny. It is. It's kind of like, okay, they're strong enough to read what people are saying about them, even if it's negative. And that is, she read some so-called mean tweets. Okay. Hey, it's something about being anonymous on the internet, right? Or being at your house and saying the craziest ish possible, knowing that people can't put their hands on you. Okay. A lot of these suckers and cowards and Gilligans would never do this face to face with individuals. Okay. They would never do it. But when they're sitting at home on their computers or, right, they're on their laptop somewhere 1,000 miles away, it's all good. But there's a clip from the good folks over at Entertainment Tonight. They do good work. Check them out. And this is Stacey Dash reading mean tweets. Well, considering just the target that she's made herself recently, I thought you might enjoy it. Check this out.
It is my honor to introduce the new director of our Minority Outreach Program. Please welcome Ms. Stacey Dash.
I cannot wait to help my people out. Happy Black History Month.
Stacey Dash's appearance during Sunday night's Oscars was awkward, to say the least. And moments after, the clueless actress decided to give us a glimpse into some of the responses her presence generated.
I just walked off stage from the Oscars, where I got no applause, no boos, nothing. Pete, I also think that I should be the head of diversity at the Oscars. I think I'm the perfect person to do that.
Warning, these tweets are harsh.
I was hoping there was a trap door on stage and real Stacey Dash would fall through. No one likes you. You looked foolish and sounded dumb. Bye. You sucked on the Oscars like you do on Fox News.
Oh, that was way harsh, Ty.
Everything I do is because I believe in it. And I believe we are all equal. Okay? I don't feel inferior, nor do I feel superior. You should stop feeling that way too. That's my suggestion.
What in the hell happened to Stacey Dash? What is she talking about? Now, one, I give her props on some levels because she's willing to read these so-called mean tweets, which really weren't all that mean. But somebody said they wished that there was a trapdoor. That would have been hilarious. And I was surprised that nobody, added in a Clueless reference. How about you look foolish and sounded clueless? There you go. Reference to the movie, right? Her biggest smash hit. She was also in Mo Money, Mo Problems, right? With Damon Wayans. Another classic. If you're hip, check your black card. Okay. And what in the hell? What is she talking about? I don't feel inferior nor superior. I don't feel inferior. Is that what she thinks that black people feel? Do you feel inferior? I don't feel inferior, not one bit. I'm glad, right, that God, Allah, whoever made me a black man. I'm sure you're proud to be who you are. The hell is she talking about? Is that the world she lives in? She feels like all the black folks who sort of supported Obama feel inferior because they want to end to racial apartheid in this country. It's ridiculous. She really is clueless. She really is clueless. The hell? And what an awkward moment at the Oscars. Why would she sign on to do such a thing for herself? It wasn't funny. It made her seem as if she had a bigger problem with black folks than I was even aware of. And then at the very end of the clip, she said seriously that she thinks she should be the head of diversity. Really? Really, Stacey? Hell to the no. She might just be the Gilligan of the day for that one. That is hilarious. Hilarious. Yesterday, we spoke about the young sisters over at Valdoza State, and it's just so sad what happened. It was tragic. You're at your college, you're at your university, you want to participate in the democratic process, and then you get locked out because you're dressed up like one of Beyonce's dancers. Black lipstick, Afro puffs. I saw some of the images. All black T-shirts, black slacks, boots. I mean, I get it. As a black man, I don't get threatened by that. I'm just thinking, okay, black folks dress in black, no big deal. But, maybe non-black people see that and think it's a threat. But I wish these young sisters weren't sobbing on national television. I mean, listen to this.
I think we got kicked out because we're a group of black people. And, I guess people, what's going on in America, they're afraid we're going to say something or do something. But we just really want to watch the rally. And to get kicked out because we're a group of black people is really crazy. It shows you how racist our own school is, that we can't even go to our own school complex.
Basically, we came to the rally today just to make a statement with our attire. We came in quiet. We weren't starting any trouble. We weren't saying anything. We just came in together as a group to see what the presidential candidate has to offer to not only our campus, but to the community as well as our country.
It doesn't matter. Okay, but his money can kick us out, but our money can make us stay. Okay, they not getting kicked out. They got tickets.
You hear that? You see, they didn't get kicked out, and they ain't got no tickets. They didn't get kicked out. Hey, I appreciate it. They was fighting for their right to see Donald Trump. It's a part of the democratic process. And, I don't even know what that feels like to be betrayed by, the college that you're paying money for, your education. So I'm paying you to exclude me? And I don't know all the details. I have to look it up, but I don't know the details about student tuition down at Valdosta State University. But, if the trends there are like they are here in Ohio, it's big money, big money, big money to get a higher education these days. And this is how you're treated? Very, very sad. I just wish those, listen, wipe your tears. Don't let these sucker MCs see you cry. Wipe your tears. Be strong about it. That's what I would tell little Buddha. And maybe this is, a wake-up call about candidate Donald Trump. And Donald Trump, of course, a big winner for the Republican Party just yesterday, Super Tuesday. And he has, in terms of the delegates, he's got like 125 delegate lead on Ted Cruz. Now, both of these cats are crazy, in my opinion. Let me tell you again, fam, and let me direct you to a website. Check this out. Real Clear Politics, REAL, Real. realclearpolitics.com, I believe. And that's a one-stop shop for a lot of the polling data. The polls that are collected on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly basis. You can go